Disabilities Issues and Updates on BCTV is supported by the Berks County Center for Independent Living, Abilities in Motion.
Disabilities, Issues, and Updates on BCTV is supported by the Berks County Center for Independent Living.
Hello and welcome to Disabilities Issues and Updates. I am your host, Teresa Faulkner, the Consumer Community Outreach Coordinator at Abilities in Motion. We are located at 210 North 5th Street here in Reading, Pennsylvania. Our contact number is 610-376-0010. And my direct extension, if you have any questions or concerns, is extension 108. Please feel free to contact me also via email at tfaulkner@abilitiesinmotion, all being one word, .org. Or again, you can call or reach me at 610-376-0010. Again, that extension is 108. Please know that if I am not available, leave a message and I will get back to you as quickly as possible. Today our topic is living with a disability, and our guest is Mr. Ken Deal, who actually has a spinal cord disability. Mr. Deal, welcome to our show this morning. And I must say, you certainly weathered the storm this morning. You weathered the storm. We had a little dusting last night, so things were a little slow, but I want to thank you for just saying, I'm going to do this. That's what you said. I'm going to do this today, and I'm so glad to have you. It's a pleasure to have you. Let me just say to you, welcome again, and tell us a little bit about yourself, Mr. Deal.
Excuse me. I go to the movies with my daughter and friends.
Okay.
And I go out to eat with my girlfriend and her mother at times.
Okay.
So I do go out in town.
Okay.
And out of the house.
Okay. You travel, so you're a movie goer.
Yes.
What other kind of hobbies do you have, Mr. Deal? Anything else?
I like sports.
Oh,
football.
Can I ask you this question? Are you an Eagles fan?
No.
Oh, no.
No, a Steelers.
A Steelers fan?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, okay. Good. So you say you go to the movies. Is there any certain type of movies that you like?
Superheroes.
Oh, so you're a Marvel fan?
Yes.
Oh, my. Well, wonderful. So do you go to any sports games? Are you a Royals? Do you go to the Royals games or?
Not really.
No, nothing like that?
Not really sports games.
Not sports games. What is your favorite sport? Is it like football?
Football.
Football.
Yes.
Football. So listen, I'm not a football fan. So where is your team at this time?
Oh, they've been out.
They're out?
Since the playoffs started, yeah. See.
Oh, good. Yeah, it's wonderful to have hobbies. I'm not a Marvel fan either. I'm learning about them, but that's a good thing. So you like movies, you like football. Mm-hmm. You said you have a girlfriend.
Yes.
Do you travel? Do you do trips, or have you done any trips?
We did road trip. We do road trips, and we went to Canton, Ohio.
Okay.
To Pro Football Hall of Fame and the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Okay, good. So you get around.
Yes.
Even with the disability, you get around.
Yes.
Wonderful. One of the things we were discussing early, Ken actually has a spinal cord injury. He has a spinal cord injury. And if you don't mind, can you tell our viewers what happened? What happened that you obtained this disability?
I was in a car accident in 2015.
2015. Mm-hmm.
I remember prior to the accident, but not the accident itself.
Okay.
And just waking up on a gurney in the ICU with hoses in my face, and doctors around me feeling my legs and everything, and asking me why I could feel and why I couldn't feel and everything, and then he said I was paralyzed.
So you were actually driving? Were you driving, or were you a
Yes.
passenger?
No, I was driving.
So you don't remember anything about the accident?
No.
You just remember seeing the accident or something about to happen, or no? Do you remember that?
I just remember prior to the accident what I was doing, but I don't remember.
So what were you doing when prior to the accident? Do you remember?
I was running errands.
Okay. So you were out and about running
Yes.
errands, and then you had an accident, and then the next thing you remember is you woke up on a gurney.
Yes.
In the emergency or on the way?
In the, I just had surgery done to my spinal cord.
Oh, wow. So when you woke up, you had just had surgery, you were coming out of surgery and all of that.
Yes.
And do you remember what you thought or anything that you might have felt at that time?
I just didn't want to be around.
Wow.
When he told me about being paralyzed, I didn't know how I could live like that.
So you had a surgery, so you had the accident, you had a surgery, you were in recovery, you came out of that, and then the doctors came in and told you what the diagnosis was from the accident.
Well, right after the surgery, they were feeling my legs and they were telling me what happened and what kind of surgery I had on my spinal cord.
Okay.
And then, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead, finish.
But by then, that's what they told me.
So what did they tell you after the accident? I know they told you that your spinal cord was it totally severed or was it
Partially.
partially?
Yes, I have 4% chance of everything coming back, sensation coming back.
Okay, so with this disability, you have sensation, you can feel certain things.
I can feel from my belly button down.
And so, how did you feel? I mean, what were the days after that like? We talked about it, but I think our viewers need to hear your side of it.
Oh boy, the start of rehab was rough.
Was rough.
Yes. I mean, I had to wear a brace in order to. I had to wear a brace period for 3 months. For 3 months, I had to wear a brace, and doing therapy just confined me. I couldn't. I wasn't mobile.
Okay.
And it was work.
Now, a brace, was it a full, because I know there are different types of braces. Was it a full body brace or just a brace that kind of dealt with your core? The core?
Body brace for the core.
Oh, for the core, okay. And that was, you needed that so that it would support?
To support the spinal cord.
Okay. And do you remember how soon after the operation and finding out the diagnosis of what had happened to you, how soon did you start therapy?
A few, maybe a week or two after my surgery. Yes, about a week or two after my surgery.
So I'm almost sure that you had pain management too, because you had a back surgery, so you were dealing with pain management. Would they like give you medicine and stuff to help you to get through the therapy part, or you don't really remember that part of it?
I really didn't have pain.
Oh, okay.
I really had pain.
You don't remember having pain at all? Do you have pain now?
No,
okay.
I believe I didn't have any pain at that time either.
Okay. So you started therapy, and
Yes.
what were some of the things that you had to learn how to do in therapy?
Transfers.
Okay, that means transferring from one place to the other.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. Like from the bed to the wheelchair. And then from the wheelchair to a toilet or a commode.
Okay. And then do you stay in your chair like all day, or is it periodically? How does that work?
I have caregivers coming in the morning and at night.
Okay.
So they come in and help me do certain things in the morning. And then once I get in my chair and we're done with what we're doing, they leave, and then I'm in my chair for about maybe 3 to 4 hours.
Okay.
Until nighttime, until the next day comes in. And then they help me to a point in bed.
Now we talked about yourself, but you had said earlier in our conversation that you have a girlfriend. I'm sure this affected her also.
Yes, she did a lot for me. She did a lot for me. She did a lot of modifications to her house for myself. Which
That was a
greatly
good point. You
appreciate.
bring up a good point. So when you left that day to do your errands and stuff, your house was set up one way. But due to the fact that you now had this disability, there had to be home modifications. What did that look like for you? What were some of the modifications that they had to do in your home?
Well, before the bathroom modification, in order to get me in the house, we needed a ramp. Well, first she closed in her back porch so we could get me in the house, and so they could make a roll-in shower.
Okay.
technically they put a ramp up for myself, and then a hospital bed, and they gave me equipment I needed.
Okay.
To just get me in the house.
Just to get you in the house.
Correct. Yes.
Just to get you in the house. Just a minute. I understand that we have a home viewer. Someone is watching our show, and I think they have a question for you. Go ahead, please. Hello.
Hello?
Hi. Good morning. How are you?
Who are you talking to me? Miss? You talking to me? Are you talking to me, miss? Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Who am I speaking to?
My name is Teresa Faulkner. How can I help you?
Good morning, Mr. Faulkner. My name is Amp Jason Ramos, AMP. My name is Amp Jason Ramos, AMPT.
Mr. Ramos,
Yes?
may I ask why you're calling?
I'm calling because I'm permanently disabled due to the fact I assaulted in New York City.
Okay.
789, huh?
Can I do something, Mr. Ramos? Because we're live on television, can I give you my number and you call me at a later time?
Please?
Can I give you?
Please, what's your phone number, please?
Yes, the number is 610
Yeah?
376
610 376
0010
Yeah?
10.
00
If
10.
okay, now if you call that number, that's Abilities in Motion.
Above emotion.
Push 0 for the operator
Yeah?
and let her know what you need.
Uh-huh.
Okay?
Okay.
All right? Give her a call. Thank you for calling us
God
this
bless
morning.
Miss Faulkner.
Yes.
Miss Faulkner.
Yes.
Miss Faulkner. Excuse me. I tell you my name is Aaron Ramos. I'll let you know that I got beat up in the Bronx. I was assaulted.
Mr. Ramos,
Yes.
can you call that number and let them know what your situation is?
Okay.
Because
okay.
we're live on TV and I don't think you want the world to know your business,
I
okay?
don't care. I don't have to know more.
Okay, it's 610. All right. Wow, that was different.
Yes. Yes.
That was very different. We had a caller in a situation. Wow, that was different. I don't know what to say.
I don't know.
While I was talking to that caller, I noticed you kind of pushed up. I thought you were leaving the set.
No,
Were you leaving?
No.
No. What was the reason for that? Why did you do that, Ken?
I have to do that so every 5 minutes so I don't get pressure sores.
Oh, okay. From being in the chair, sitting long
Correct.
periods of time.
Correct, yes.
Okay, good. I thought you were leaving. I was a little afraid. We talked, we've talked about the accident. We've talked about the struggle, and I can actually use the word struggle because I'm sure at times therapy was a struggle.
Yes.
I have not experienced therapy at the magnitude that you've expressed, but I've been through therapy, and there are some days when I went through my therapy sessions for the different things that I dealt with in my life, there were some days I was really discouraged, and I didn't want to do it. Did you ever feel like that?
Definitely.
Definitely?
Yes.
Definitely. How did you handle that?
It wasn't easy.
It wasn't easy.
I mean, when I was at the rehab center, and I was staying there, if it wouldn't have been for Michael and Kevin, my two therapists, I don't know if I would have made it. And then along with my girlfriend who came in to visit me, and friends and family, but the two therapists in there with me, they pushed me. There was times I thought I was gonna give up, but without them, they were major for me in there.
They were a big encouragement component for you.
Correct.
They gave you a lot of encouragement. I like the fact that you can even remember their names, even though that was back in what year was the accident?
2015.
You remember the therapist's names and how they encouraged you. And I think all persons that are going through things, even with or without a disability, encouragement is really a strong component that all persons need. How long was your recovery process from the therapy to the time you transitioned to your home? Was it like a long, long time? Was it like 3 months, 2 months before you were in the hospital, you had this surgery, you started therapy? So you left the hospital, went into therapy? Are you?
I'm sorry.
Are you okay?
2015 was my accident. Then from that therapy, I went to a nursing home for a little more therapy.
Okay.
And then February of 2016, it was almost 11 months that I was out of the house before I got back in.
Before you got back
Yes.
in. Wow.
Yes.
Wow. A lot. That was a lot.
Yes.
That was really, really a lot. Let's switch up a little bit. Tell me about your team. What happened? What happened to that team?
I don't know where to start.
Really?
I would say ownership has to wipe out the whole management.
Oh.
Manager, yes.
Do you think they'll do better next year?
Not with that coach. No, not with the coach or the coach and staff. No.
It's amazing that from the time of your accident, we're sitting here, we're having a conversation, we're sharing different things. If you had to say thank you to persons that really helped you through that particular journey, would that be an easy process for you?
Oh yes.
Why is that?
Because I know exactly who I would thank. And I would start with the two therapists, Kevin and Michael, and the staff at the rehab center, and other individuals which I can't. Unfortunately, I can't think of them offhand, but I would start with them.
And I personally, and I asked that question because I want to personally again say thank you to you, because on this ugly morning, you came out to tell your story about your situation, your circumstance, and share with viewers who might be going through the same thing. It's a big encouragement. Ken, you have encouraged so many persons this morning that might be dealing with some of the things that you're dealing with. What type of activities do you do during the day? We talked about on Monday is Martin Luther King, and we talk about giving back to the community. Even with this particular disability, do you do any type of volunteering or outreach in the community?
Well, last year I volunteered and I sat with yourself.
Okay.
At the Midday Cafe.
Right.
I'll be doing events like that with yourself again.
Okay. And Midday Cafe it's an event that happens normally in the summer, and they have like different pop-up events throughout the city, different places in the city. And Ken actually came and sat at the table and helped to promote the services that we offer at Abilities in Motion. You use some of our services.
Yes, I'm sorry that those were the other individuals I need to thank.
Okay.
Without them, without my supplies and my equipment, I'd be lost. And I also have to thank my girlfriend for everything she does and did for me in the past and present.
Well, good. But I think there's something else you do. You're a part of a group at Abilities in Motion called the CAG group.
Correct, yes.
Oh, tell me what you do in that group.
We try to figure out what's wrong in the city of Reading and help the disabled people in Reading, in the city of Reading, like curb ramps, because there were streets that didn't have any curb ramps at one time, so they they're pushing to get those done, and now they're storing those up and everything.
Oh, okay, okay. So you actually sit on that particular group that meet. I think the group is called, and I think they're going to put up the flyer. It's called Calling All Advocates. You're becoming an advocate for persons with disabilities. So if there are any viewers out there that would like to be a part of the CAG group, the group meets every second Thursday of each month at 1 o'clock, and the meetings are held at 210 North 5th Street. If you're interested in being a part of the CAG group, or you want more information, the number is listed there as well as the extension. You would ask for Felix. The number is 610-376-0010, and the extension is 102. So even with this disability, you're still giving back to the community. That's wonderful.
Yes, thank you.
That is wonderful. How is sitting in the group and giving your opinion and giving your suggestions? How's that work for you?
It's very interesting. I enjoy it, and it's not just for one group of disabled people. They talk about epilepsy.
Okay.
Individuals with epilepsy and other disabilities to help them out as well.
And I think one of the things that you actually said, you talked about the curb ramps and all of that, and at times even persons without disabilities are glad that curb cuts are there, that accessibility is good, especially if they're going to like therapy sessions and they're having issues, they're having like knee replacements or hip replacements where they're not normally able to do the necessary things that they can do. But those things that are available for persons with disabilities actually benefit all people, all persons. They actually benefit all people. And we actually, because of the fact that our schools have to be adapted, disability has no age or number. It could be any age or any number, and so all persons actually benefit from that. How was your travel here this morning?
Good.
Good.
Yes.
You had to get up a little earlier?
Oh, yes, yes. That was a little rough, but
Good.
yes.
Good. Does the weather bother you as far as your disability is concerned? It doesn't bother you?
No.
You don't have any problems with stiffness or joint pain or anything like that?
No.
I think you told me, though, about some sinus problems that you had.
Yes, sinuses are the big issue with me.
And
yes.
that's really amazing because I heard that I always thought a sinus problem was something you dealt with in the summer, but I understand that people deal with sinuses all year long.
Summer isn't too bad for myself, but it's mostly winter time. I can tell when winter's starting up and everything.
Right. Good. You had explained to me that you have some events the rest of the day. Are you prepared for that? So
Yes.
You started early this morning, like 8:30?
I got up at 7. My caregiver came in at 7.
But you have some events that are going to be going on at home.
Yes, I have a couple of meetings at home, yes.
Okay, good. So we've talked about Ken's disability, and we've talked about the disability being a spinal cord injury. One of the things you said that you think about, it wasn't totally severed.
Correct.
So you do have sensation, and you hope that in the days and the weeks and the months that things will change. But I'm telling you, you are strong. You're
Thank
doing
you.
wonderful things.
Thank you.
When will you be attending the next CAG meeting?
Yes.
And can you invite our viewers? Can you tell them to come and join you at that meeting?
Sure.
Just come and join us
Sure.
and bring their suggestions?
Yes.
Wonderful.
Anything they see wrong within the city that could be corrected or fixed, that'd be greatly appreciated.
Well, wonderful. Well, Ken, we're almost out of time. I want to thank you again on behalf of myself and Abilities in Motion for coming and sharing your story. We wish you the very best.
Thank you.
Be encouraged, and please know you are strong. Thank you again for coming and sharing. Enjoy your day.
Thank you.
Disabilities, issues, and updates on BCTV is supported by the Berks County Center for Independent Living.